So today I'm working on something a little bit different. I'm going to be working on a project called Thrift. Essentially, with Thrift, a person's able to send money, receive money, and as well as make calls and message each other. So it's like a Cash App. It's like WhatsApp, but put into one. So what I'm going to be working on today is just the send money page. And this is also my attempt at learning Figma because as you guys know, I'm come from Adobe XD. So Figma is completely new to me. I have been tinkering around with it for a little while. I'm working on a startup and I'm designing all the designs within Figma because Adobe XD, I have a new computer and I couldn't add it onto here. Plus, it's become pretty much defunct. So now I'm on to Figma, which is what most people use now. But anyways, I'm going to be working on Thrift today, and I'm going to be working on this send money page. I may be silent throughout this particular video and not be talking so much, but here we go. So right here, I'm looking at a couple of designs I took off of the internet. This one right here sticks out to me because you have the image of the person whose profile you're on, and then the image of the person they're sending the money to, and then you have the amount, and then you have something called an available balance. I don't want to have the available balance because it's going to be coming from a person's checking account, so you're not going to know how much money they're able to send. So I do want the amount, and then they have quick amounts. I do like the idea of quick amounts. You could just click on something and then send it. And then I like, obviously, the dial pad right here. And then at the end, I do like the successful transaction success. I do like having a page like that. And, recipient, the amount. Yeah, there wouldn't be any fees. And then you could do a transaction date, I suppose. That also kind of reminds me of Coinbase. And then this one, I got these from Mobbin, which is a very cool site to use when you want to look up UI, UX of different companies, well-known companies. So as you can see, Mobbin right there. And I guess this company's name is Greenlight, and then you have WhatsApp, and then you have something called One. So with their send money screen, you have pre-chosen options as well. You can send 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, or other. And then you have where it's being sent from, and then where it's being sent to. And then you can also add a note or an image, interestingly enough. And then you send. When I think of what Cash App, I'm going to go to Cash App real quick off of Mobbin. With Cash App, even though I have Cash App itself, so I am a user of Cash App, the one thing that separates them though, unlike, did they seriously not give me the thing that separates Cash App from, say, that other one, what are they called? This one right here called Greenlight. If you notice, you pick an amount, where it's coming from, who it's going to, and then it clicks send automatically. I'm not sure because I can't see the next screen yet if it sends it right away. Versus with Cash App, you put in the amount of money, then you click pay, and then it takes you to this screen, and then you choose who you want it to go to, your note, and then you send it. So it's like a delay, so to speak. It's like a safety built in where you just pick the amount and then that. But I guess I can kind of see with Greenlight, they kind of took away the unnecessary step, I guess. I guess you could say it's an unnecessary step with Cash App. So they have like the amount and then who you're sending it to and the note and then just send it right away. So I guess that's kind of a good design versus having the multiple screens. I think with this one, the who it's from, who it's to, the amount, and then that next button, maybe they're trying to say from here, next, it's the transaction success. It should say send instead of next. So I think I'll be more so going based off of this design and then implementing maybe the note part. But like today, like I said, I'm working on the send money page. I'm not going to be working on the calls or anything like that yet, the communication aspect. So with all that being said, I'm going to kind of dive in. And I wonder what the back button takes you back to. Probably like a home page. Yeah, okay. So I don't know. Why would you have back button here after you just had a successful transaction? I wouldn't have that there. I'd just have like back to home, something like that. And then obviously an exit if you don't want to send the money. So you should have an option to close out of it, which would make sense for the back button as well. All right. So let's get started. Do I want to do this or this? I think I like having who you're sending it to up here versus the amount first and then who you're sending it to. I think I like that better. Who it's from, who it's to, then the amount. I don't know, I'll play with it. But let's see. Here we go. Starting off. I'm gonna keep it white for right now. Okay. And something that people really don't know about me, I'm not that good at mobile design. I mostly design for web. So I'll be teaching myself mobile design. So this is all new to me, learning Figma and mobile design. So wish me luck, so to speak, even though I don't really believe in luck. Wish me good design. Let's see, what am I doing? Okay. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. So maybe I'm doing certain stuff wrong or like making it more complicated than it needs to be, but by not knowing certain shortcuts and stuff like that. But it's okay. And then, oops, nope. This is just the first iteration, so I might not like nothing I'm doing whatsoever. But it would automatically, so you wouldn't have a drop down here because the money is your account, so it's automatically going to be coming from your account. So you wouldn't have a drop down. You would have a drop down here to choose which friend or family member you're sending the money to. So that makes sense. Let's see. Use my name. And then say mom. Oops. Say mom. And then let's have a drop down arrow. And this is a cool icon list I found through the community, so I've been using it for my other project for the startup I'm working on. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. And then I don't know how to do this without doing this. So I'm going to do it this way. But I'm going to go to community and then save, open. Maybe somebody can show me, or I'll have to research on my own how to do this without having to go to the online version to add an image. I'll probably have to look it up. But for now, this is what I do until I figure out the more efficient way to do it. But I'm going to add some images. These people look nothing like me, but I'll just go with her. And then her. Why not? And then that's that. Save. And then go back here. So this is me sending to mom. Or maybe I could even do like an arrow. No, I guess make it more intuitive where it says 2. Okay. And then, oh, what is this? Okay, what? Okay. Oh, they make you click other to enter an amount versus this one. I think this is better as well. And then I don't have Cash App. Cash App. Actually, I don't know if you guys watched that video, but the one where I talk about how I learned how to do UI UX design, which I started off with Microsoft Paint. It would be so cool. The further I get along with this YouTube channel, it would be so cool if I could get sponsored by Microsoft. And it would be cool if they think to turn Microsoft Paint into a Figma rival. That would be awesome. But because I'd be one of their first users. But I would definitely like to be sponsored by Microsoft in the future. That would be awesome. So let's see here. Okay, this is the page I'm looking for. This is what I see all the time when I send money. I've never used Venmo. I don't know, like, is Venmo good or is it not good? I've never used it, so I wouldn't know if it's good or not good. Let's see. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna make this obscenely big. Split this, let's center it. And then it's gonna be defaulted to USD. I'm not gonna have where I'm changing the money or anything like that. It's basically gonna be probably an app used specifically for starting off just Americans, people in North America, and then eventually I could branch out and make it available for people all over the world. But just to start off with, it'll be for just Americans. And let's see. Single center that. Actually, one more. That's slightly different than Adobe XD. Adobe XD was a little more responsive in the sense that it, or more intelligent in the sense that I notice I'm kind of struggling sometimes with Figma when I try to space stuff evenly apart. It won't give me the distance right away. It's hard to explain, but with Adobe XD, it was more intuitive. It was designed better in that sense. That's why I'm kind of sad. They gave up on it, I guess. I thought they were trying to buy Figma, and then something happened. I'm not sure. But I don't know, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, or 5, 10. Sometimes people skip to $50. I'll keep it 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll keep it like this low amount. And then you can, of course, click here. And then 1, a 2, 3. See what I'm talking about? It doesn't intuitively let you know how far away it is. And this is not the spacing I'm going to keep anyways, but and then this is 4, 5. It would also be very cool if I could get hired from this YouTube channel. If someone sees this and they're like, hey, I like the way she designs, I like the way she thinks, let's hire her. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Also, though, at this present moment, I actually am freelancing, so if anyone needs something designed, I am definitely available to take on a client, as well as developing the project itself. I'm available for that as well. So, just putting it out there. Let's see. Do they have a backspace? What am I looking for? Well, I guess it wouldn't be under that. Would it be under this? I'm looking for this icon. Oops. That icon. Or I could even do that. Um, which one? Let me look at this company real quick to see if there's more. Let's see. Let me see if I see something like when you're putting in money. That's it? Oh, wait. When you're sending money, there's like a backspace or something like that. After you click enter other amount, I want to see like when you're entering that other amount, what it looks like when you have to delete the amount, but I'm not seeing that screen at all. I'm gonna keep scrolling. No. No, that's add money. Okay, they're not gonna have it. So I'm thinking I'll stick with Cash App's look because they have the most users and people are more used to that. So I think I'll stick with that. And do it that way. I think this is gonna. Okay, there we go. And oops. So Cash App just has like a just a full green screen. The only thing that has like a button or like a background is where USD, and then the pay and the request to make those stand out. That those are clickable, so to speak, even though you know intuitively these are clickable as well. But this lets you know these are buttons. And I won't have a request button. It would just be a send or pay. And more than likely, I'm going to say send. And then, so it would just have that. And then, let's see. Now, the way Cash App works, it kind of lets you know that you're at the send money screen. Because when you click on this, it's like, this is where you're going to send money to. So it doesn't have to say send money. So I could have it that way as well, where you automatically know, or I could let a person know, like, this is where you send money. This is a send money page. So for now, I'll just put it, and then as well as have the back arrow. I thought I would put it a little bit higher than this, but I guess oops. I guess I can have it. Alright, let's see how that looks so far. I gotta say it's really cool to be back on YouTube because I've been away for I think 2 years. If 2 years, wait, 2023. Yeah, 2 years. I've been away for 2 years, so it's really cool to be back on the internet. And I should have never went away. I mean, yeah, I never should have went away. It's just life got to me. I had this new job, and then the rest was history. But I'm back now, so I'm gonna make sure I stick with it because um, I ended up leaving off where I had started, which was I was doing the design challenge of designing Airbnb in Microsoft Paint. I had started off. I had started off. Oh, actually, I had started off doing pretty good on it, and then I ended up leaving YouTube, so never finished it. Maybe I'll maybe I'll finish it. Maybe I'll finish it, or who knows. But it was kind of fun. It's challenging, but I feel like when you try to design in Microsoft Paint, it makes you be more detail oriented and careful because you it's more unforgiving than these other programs are. Like to be they're designed to be design programs itself, whereas Microsoft Paint was never intended to be like a design software. It was literally intended just for you to do something in your spare. At least I'm assuming for you to do something in your spare time and just doodle and have a little fun thing to do on your computer. Whereas Figma, Adobe XD, all the other ones that are out there, they were actually designed with intention for you to be able to build applications and websites and all these things within them. So when you're moving around in Microsoft Paint, it was not designed for that. So for you to design something like that, like an app or a website, you have to use your creativity. You have to use all of your brain to kind of figure it out. You have to do the padding, you know, visually, because it doesn't let this is 5 pixels away from this, or this is that away from that. It doesn't give you that information, so you literally have to use your eye to kind of put it together, which is why I am so good at copying designs exactly if I see as I see them, because I had to figure out spacing just by using my eyes and not by having the numbers there to guide me. Like, this is 25 pixels away from the border, stuff like that. It doesn't let me. It didn't let you know that when you're in Microsoft Paint. You don't get that luxury. So it's something to think about. And I'm wondering. I like to do this. I like to have multiple screens at the same time. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I should put this here and then that there. Or this might clash with this. Or let's see. Come on. Put this there. I don't know. Maybe this makes more sense for the top part. You know who it's coming from. Maybe I'll actually say you instead of. Oops. What's going on here? What is going on? What did I do? Maybe I'll have it say you instead of your name because it knows it's you. Because it knows it's you, so let's see. Let's see how that looks. Actually, that's not bad. The amount of money that you're trying to send, quick send amounts, is coming from you. It's going to your mom. You can enter it in, or it's coming from you, going to your mom. The amount. I think I like this more. I don't know. Let's see. Let me think. I think I like this more. I think I like this more than this. Yeah. Yeah, because even like these people, they have the money amounts up there, the quick amounts, and they have other. Instead of having other, I'm taking from Cash App where you have here, and then you have the dial pad to click on the amount you want to do, and then we're gonna have that send button, which really. Then we're gonna have that send button. And send. Because I have to leave room for the icons that will eventually be there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm liking that. I can even make this a little bit longer so I can see what that would look like if I extended. If I extend it out, let's see. I think I liked it what it was before. Let me just see here. Alright, that's that. That's that. Nah, the other one was better. Uh-oh. Wait. Did it? Okay. I thought it... actually, let's see what it's like totally extended out as well. Might not be the wave. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Um, let's keep that so far. Cause yeah, like boom, even here, which I didn't realize before. Even here, it kind of extends the whole way. I don't want it to go all the way over like that. You know, it matches that. But and I notice if I can zoom in, they have a background. See, I don't, well, you kind of don't have to say enter amount because it's kind of self explanatory. Just like I don't necessarily have to say two. Like, let me see if this would work. If, wait, hold on. Is there double arrows? Is there a double arrow? Oh, oh wait, there it is. Well, maybe, would you have to say two? Would people know if you have double arrows that it means it's going to that person? I feel like, yeah. I feel like you would kind of know. You know, it's from here to here, from here to here versus saying two, versus saying two. But then you have that says from to. So maybe you do need to say two. No. Okay. Let's stop that. I don't know. Maybe you should say two. Because people might not know that this is referring from here to here. I'm gonna stick with this for now. And then Okay, so let's kind of pick a color now. Start playing around with some colors. So, and then, well, let's see. So it goes from the send money screen, enter the amount, send, and then, so they're different. So yeah, enter the amount, then they hit pay, and then it's who you're sending it to, the amount, you add your note, and then you click pay. Versus with my option, you have a drop down. Let's see. Oops. Actually, let's go down. And then so right now what I'm trying to do is replicate as if Cash App where you put the money amount, and then you go to a screen that would have then you would go to a screen. So instead of saying so you could say amount, you could say amount, and then let's see here. Let's see. So you could do the from, the to, to, they assume it's pretty self-explanatory that this would be you sending the money to, so they don't even have where they have you, they don't even have where it's from. It's just automatically who it's to, and then you hit the pay and then the amount. Let's say $15. Okay, so this is where you can add a note, I guess. Let's see. Add a note. Communication. What would I? Hmm. Add a note. Let's see. I don't like that, but we're gonna keep it for now. So this is kind of where this comes. No, not really, not yet. This hasn't come in yet. Just enter the amount from you to you. Add a note. So right now, what I'm thinking about is maybe it's intuitive that it's coming from you, so you don't even have to show you in the first place. And then Okay, right now I'm just flowing. I don't necessarily know where I'm going with this. I'm just going with the flow. So we'll see. So with them, I know they have like the people you can kind of choose from. So I could do something like to fill up this space. I could do um, contacts, and then I'm just gonna take this whole thing, just and then ungroup it. I could do contacts, and I'm going to what am I doing? Okay. Okay, I know I'm silent right now. I'm thinking, but kind of trying to go based off of this. And I don't think it would have usernames or like Cash App IDs. I think because these are your contacts, it would literally be like the name of your contact and then their phone number. And then I don't think you would have a need for this. And then let's see. And then that's pretty close to. Okay, I think they kind of put something there probably just to fill up the space, but not necessarily really had to put anything there. Let's see. Arrow, arrow, arrow. What type of arrow am I looking for? Oh, that wouldn't be there. Where would that be? I think it'll be here. Let's see, do they have it? Theirs is filled, so I might have to put that back how it was. What? Okay. I have to put that like that for now. Okay. Um. Let's see. Okay, because you can send money to more than one person. So I think I'll take that comma ideal. And then let's see here. I'm thinking. I'm trying to see what I'm looking for right now. It's kind of slipping my mind. Like something better to say than just amount, or I guess amount would be the best thing to put here. Amount. I don't know. Maybe amount. Maybe amount. I guess. How's this looking? Let's see. How is this looking? Oh, let's see. All right. Send money. Boom. Boom. To. Okay. Message. Contacts. Right. You can send it to more than one person. I guess, yeah, amount. That looks good. Okay. So send money. Amount. To. Add your message. Contacts. Okay. Now they put that, but maybe I can put whether this person is family or friend. If I could think of an icon for let's see. honestly. Make it a little bit smaller. I really did not have to pick this icon now that I really think about it. All I had to do, and I'm going to play with some colors, so that would be family. This would be friend. Okay. Represents family and friend. Okay. Then I'm gonna have to do it again. So we're gonna go to Figma. And go to community, saved, open. There we go. And then let's see. Run. What? Okay. All right. Okay. And this is a step away from the original. And then eventually we'll have that success or something like successfully sent, let you know. So I went more so with a Cash App feel where screen that you get to pick the money, who it's going to, you can add a message, and then contacts, because this is from your phone contacts. Or like it's from the app's contacts, but it remember once again you can like text and call people within the application as well as send money. So it's gonna be contacts versus with Cash App where it's the people you add into the Cash App. So it's gonna be like that. And then these are your family, these are your friends. The colors differentiate and they can change. So now let's try to add some color. This is where I struggle. So, like, I struggle with several things because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. So, typography and like color theory and just color in general. And it's time to start coloring stuff. This is where it goes left field. So let's see how this goes. So of course, Cash App is that green, and then they use white. So they use this green. So I could do a solid color. Money is green, so typically you're gonna have a green, but mine can be that type of green, and then why does it keep doing that? Oh, okay, I was clicking on the wrong thing. And then okay, I'm playing around. But then but then let's see. Now I'm just like I said, I struggle with colors, so I'm literally just playing around. And I'm open to learning, of course. So if anyone can help me, like teach me better ways to kind of find colors, I'm totally open. Um, okay, let's see. Oh God. Okay. Oh. Stop it. Okay. Okay, I think I kind of know what I'm gonna do here. Wait, did something get highlighted? Let me get out of. Let me get out of the green completely because I don't want to copy Cash App. 'Cause. 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 ' Okay. Um, I'm gonna try to not make this pure black and see how that goes. Actually, all right. Wait, what? Okay. All right. So then, we'll change it to this color so that it's not a pure black. And oh, this needs to. Okay, hold on. So what I had done is stick that oh Lord. What I had done was stick that in front. Oh darn. Okay, let's see how this goes. This is not gonna look right. Why is it not a proper arrow? What is happening? Um, where did it go? Okay, now I have to research. There we go. And we'll get rid of that. Alright, well, no, we won't. We'll do 2. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is looking good. Now I just need to know where I'm going to put the send button. Now I just realized that. Okay, this is looking good though. Everything is coming together. Still the colors, I'm working on it. And then okay. Stop. All right. There has to be something that instead of like copying what they do, because I'm not trying to copy everything. I'm trying to use it as a reference, not copy. But oh, I can't put that there. It blocks the menu. Or can I? Oh yeah, there's goes there in the blocks the menu for a second. Maybe I can. That is really purple.